Okay, this is Mrs. Taylor. I am recording this lesson for my 7th grade class. This is Chapter 7, Lesson 2, Advances under the Tang and Song Dynasty. So the main ideas we're looking at this section, we're looking at the government. The Tang dynasty built a powerful imperial state. This efficient government continued under the Song dynasty. The economics under the Tang dynasty and Song dynasty had a strong economic base on trade and farming. In addition, they had huge science and technology advances under both of these dynasties. These technologies influenced the world. Building the imperial state under the Tang dynasty. The Tang dynasty set up an imperial state to rule its vast country. There were lots and lots of land, lots of people to govern, and this government was well run and well organized. They also modeled their government after the Sui dynasties, such as using the tax system. That's one of the Sui dynasty's programs. Here's a picture of the imperial state under the Tang and Song dynasties. The Chinese government. Their government under the Tang government was like a pyramid where you had the emperor at the top and others below him. And in order to help run the government business, a bureaucracy which had many departments was created. Each of these departments had someone in charge, and they were over certain areas such as taxes or the military. Under the Tang dynasty, they had educated people in the form of scholar officials. They needed them to work in this bureaucracy. So most of these workers had to pass a very difficult state exam, and unfortunately, many of them did not pass it. Those who passed the state exam became scholar officials. And a scholar official is a person in which the government is an educated person who had a government position. Most of the scholar officials came from the upper class people. Here is a sculpture of an official, a civil official from the Tang dynasty. Under the Song dynasty, it ruled after the Tang dynasty from 960 AD to 1279 AD. Under the Song dynasty, there was huge improvement in the state in this exam system by setting up more schools and letting more people take the exam. Under the Tang and Song dynasty, prosperity just exploded. They became one of the wealthiest and most developed nation in the world. Transportation system improved. Many roads and waterways were built. Traders used the new roads to move their goods, and the waterways were used to connect major rivers so that more people and more goods could be moved. The waterways in China, this is the canal. And this is an image or a picture from that era about the canals. Looking at changes in agriculture, Chinese farmers created a new type of rice. This rice ripened faster. Farmers were able to grow more crops. They were able to create rice paddies on terraces, and that they were built on the hillsides, and this created more rice for more people. This is a village in southern China where the terrace rice fields are still used even today. And yes, those white areas, those are rice paddies. This is another image of the rice paddies. In addition, there was a lot of poetry and art during the Tang and Song dynasty. It flourished hugely. 3 poets, Lai Bao, Du Fu, and Wang Wei, were great poets of Tang poets. The artist also created beautiful pottery figurines. Here is Lai Bao, Du Fu, and Wang Wei. Porcelain in China was huge. The Chinese made this porcelain, which was a hard white ceramic, which is often called China, and they traded it throughout the world. In addition, tea was used. It was a medicine and later became a popular drink. The tea usually was served in porcelain. And again, the tea was also traded throughout the world. Here's some of the figurines from China. Here's the tomb guard. Here are some other ceramic porcelain figures. And some figurines from that particular era. Technology and advances. The Chinese invented wood block printing. Now, these were blocks that were large enough to print full pages. Later, the printers created movable type where single characters were used to make the first printed books. Other technology advances such as paper making, gunpowder, and magnetic compasses made huge impact on history. This is the large wood block printing. And here's an image of wood block printing. So, lesson summary. Imperial China was run by a bureaucracy filled by scholar officials. In addition, improvements in agriculture and transportation helped make China one of the most powerful countries in the world. Chinese inventions such as the compass, gunpowder, and paper helped shape history of other world regions. So, why does this matter today? Why does it matter now? Chinese inventions such as porcelain and paper money are part of everyday life around the world. In addition to the compass, in addition to gunpowder, it is a part of everyday life around the world.